Welcome to a journey into the darker corners of the Star Wars galaxy. Today, we're not talking about heroic Jedi or daring rebels. We're delving into the mind of a writer who dared to bring true horror to a universe we thought we knew.
That writer is Joe Schreiber. He's not just a storyteller. He's a master of dread, a weaver of nightmares in a galaxy far, far away.
If you're a Star Wars fan who craves more than just lightsaber duels and space battles, if you're a horror enthusiast looking for something truly chilling, then Joe Schreiber is your guide.
He's the author who dared to ask, what if the dark side wasn't just about power, but about pure, unadulterated terror? He's the one who unleashed a zombie plague on a Sith academy in Red Harvest, a tale that redefined the Old Republic.
He's the one who locked Darth Maul in a brutal prison, forcing him to fight his way out with nothing but his bare hands and raw ferocity in Darth Maul Lockdown.
And he's the one who turned the iconic Star Wars universe into a terrifying survival horror with Death Troopers, where Han Solo and Chewbacca face a zombie outbreak on a derelict Imperial medical frigate.
Joe Schreiber isn't afraid to push boundaries. He takes familiar Star Wars elements and twists them into something sinister, something unsettling.
He understands that the dark side isn't just a philosophical concept. It's a force of corruption, of decay, of pure evil. He brings that evil to life in vivid, visceral detail.
So, if you're ready to experience Star Wars in a whole new way, if you're ready to confront the true horror that lurks in the shadows of the Force, then pick up a Joe Schreiber novel.
Just be warned, you might never look at the Star Wars galaxy the same way again. Greetings, Star Wars enthusiasts and horror aficionados. Today, we're venturing into the shadows of the galaxy far, far away, exploring the terrifying brilliance of Joe Schreiber. He dared to inject pure horror into the Star Wars universe, and the results are, well, let's just say they're not for the faint of heart. We'll begin with Red Harvest, a tale set during the Old Republic, where the Sith were still a formidable force. This isn't your typical Jedi versus Sith story. This is a descent into madness, a plague of undeath, and the chilling depravity of Darth Scabrous. Darth Scabrous isn't your run-of-the-mill Sith Lord. He's obsessed with unlocking the secrets of immortality, and his methods are, let's just say, unconventional. He views his own apprentices as mere test subjects, expendable pawns in his twisted experiments.
The dark side whispered promises of power, of life beyond death. But Scabrous cared only for the answers he sought, regardless of the cost.
Schreiber paints a vivid picture of a Sith academy overrun by a horrifying plague, a bioweapon unleashed by Scabrous himself. The imagery is visceral, the atmosphere suffocating. The book is a masterclass in building tension and dread. Imagine The Thing meets Star Wars. The tension is palpable, and the fear is real. Schreiber doesn't shy away from the gruesome details. He immerses us in the horror, forcing us to confront the dark side's true potential. For horror fans, Red Harvest is a perfect entry point into Star Wars. It's a standalone story that captures the essence of the dark side while delivering a chilling horror experience.
Now, we jump forward in the timeline to the pre-prequel era with Darth Maul Lockdown. This book throws us into the brutal Coghive 7, a maximum security prison where survival is a luxury. Darth Maul, stripped of his lightsaber and force powers, is forced to rely on his raw ferocity and cunning to survive. This is a caged animal, a predator, unleashed in a brutal arena.
Pain was a language he understood. He spoke it fluently.
Schreiber captures Maul's ruthlessness perfectly. The prison break is a symphony of violence, a relentless onslaught of brutality. It's a testament to Maul's sheer willpower and his unwavering loyalty to Darth Sidious. But Lockdown isn't just about mindless violence. It's also a story of manipulation, of Sidious pulling the strings from the shadows, testing his apprentice's limits. For horror fans who appreciate psychological terror, this book delivers a chilling glimpse into the mind of a Sith Lord.
Finally, we arrive at Death Troopers, a terrifying tale set in the Imperial era. This book takes familiar Star Wars elements and twists them into a horrifying nightmare. Han Solo and Chewbacca find themselves trapped on a derelict Imperial medical frigate, a vessel overrun by a zombie-like plague. Schreiber masterfully uses these iconic characters to heighten the tension. We're invested in their survival, and the horror becomes even more palpable.
The dead were moving, their eyes glowing with an unholy light, their bodies twisted and contorted.
The tangibility of these characters, placed into such a horrifying setting, is what makes this book so effective. It is a Star Wars experience that is truly terrifying. The familiar is twisted into the nightmarish. Joe Schreiber's work proves that Star Wars can thrive in different genres. His books demonstrate the versatility of the Star Wars universe, its ability to adapt and evolve. For horror fans, these books offer a unique entry point, a chance to experience the dark side's true horror. And that's the beauty of Star Wars, its ability to encompass so many different genres: action, adventure, romance, and yes, even horror. By injecting these elements, Star Wars becomes even richer, even more compelling. It's a universe that can cater to all tastes, a galaxy that can surprise and terrify us in equal measure. So, if you're a horror fan looking for a new Star Wars experience, I highly recommend Joe Schreiber's books. They'll show you the dark side of the Force in a way you've never seen before. And remember, in the Star Wars universe, even the most familiar places can hide the most terrifying secrets. Until next time, may the Force and your nightmares be with you.